Don't spend another dime on marketing until you watch this video. Welcome to Johntalks Media, where we teach everything on digital marketing. Today, I'm going to be showing us the mistakes people make in marketing, especially small businesses. And so we're going to be digging into some of the mistakes we make, especially when we are just setting into the digital marketing aspect of our businesses, especially in today's Nigeria economy, where you don't have lots of finances available for your marketing. So you cannot afford to begin to waste money on digital marketing and you are not getting results. Let me try to paint an example for us. Imagine pouring water into a bucket with holes in it. No matter how much water you pour into the bucket, you find out that it can never get filled. As a matter of fact, the more time it spends, the more reduction you find in the water inside the bucket. And that's exactly what happens to your business when you do digital marketing, that you don't really know what you are supposed to do. Before you spend any other dime on ads, on promotion, on advertisement, you need to watch this video first. In the 1980s, Nissan, the car called Nissan, spent an outstanding and outrageous amount of money for advertisement. And they later found out that the advert was actually more beneficial to the agency that did an advertisement for Nissan than it was for Nissan itself. Can you imagine that? You spending a lot of money for advertisement on any of the social media platform, and you ended up promoting the social media platforms or the person or the agency you paid to create adverts for you than having benefits in your own business. So that is why the knowledge of digital marketing is not something you should overlook. It's something you really need to pay attention on. I'm going to be showing you how to avoid wasting your money and how to build a foundation on digital marketing that will actually be beneficial for your business. Number one, marketing doesn't start with money. It doesn't start by saying, okay, I have this amount of money that I want to spend on marketing. No. Marketing begins with knowing what you want to achieve before you dive into marketing. People do marketing for different reasons. For example, if you want to do marketing today, what is the first thing, what is the priority that will want to make you do marketing? Do you want to achieve brand awareness? Do you want to have more viewers? Do you want to have more subscribers? Do you want to have better leads? Do you want to have traffic coming into your website? What is your primary aim if you want to go into marketing? And this is the mistake most people who go into marketing make when they go there, without having an objective, a primary objective. So before you go into marketing, the first and most important thing that you must define is to know why you want to do marketing. What is your destination? So that your marketing budget will not become a gamble. Number two, you need to have a target audience that you are marketing towards. For example, if you are selling to everybody, you are actually selling to no one. I see a lot of businesses, they make vague statements such as, I help businesses grow. What kind of businesses? Who are you really talking to? Are you talking to small scale businesses? Are you talking to medium scale businesses? Are you talking to startups? Are you talking to large-scale businesses? Which of them are you really talking to? And so most times when people come around and they hear what you say or what your copy is actually talking about, they just tell themselves that this message is not actually for me. So instead of saying, I help businesses grow, you can actually frame your statement by saying, I help small businesses grow through digital marketing. A small business who comes there to see will say, okay, this message is for me, and I know, or I have an idea of what this person is trying to pass. So let your message be directed towards the audience. Define your audience by age, by demography, by location, and make sure your message is specifically tailored to such an audience. That leads us to the third point. Fix your message before advertising. If you put a lot of money into advertising and your message is not crafted properly, you just have more disappointment. In other words, you are just making sure your disappointment is more on the face of lots of people, more people than you have before when you advertise on a wrong message. A lot of business people don't know what the meaning of copy is. Copy is your sales messages, it's your sales speech, it's what you say to people. The perception that you are building on people's heart when you speak, those are the things that you are advertising on. Is that okay? So you have to make sure your message is correctly crafted, before you go into advertising. When you make a statement about your business, does it stop people on their tracks? Does it stop people from moving and say, I really need to know what this business is all about? So ask yourself a question. What message is your business passing currently before you do any advertisement? Number 4, build trust before you start selling. What do I mean by that? The people you want to sell to, do they trust you? Can they leave you with their money and sleep and say they can rest? And one of the best ways you can build trust, especially on social media, is to engage on your social media platforms. Number 1, create contents that are valuable to your specific audience. If the people you want to engage with are between the ages of 18 to the ages of, say, 35 or 40, you have to craft contents, that are suitable to such people. Now, if these people I mentioned now are your target audience, you cannot sell products that retired individuals will need. People who have lots of time in their hands. You cannot craft a message, or you cannot create content suit people that are getting retired and you expect them, to follow you. You are not building trust. It means your message is misdirected. When you want to build trust, number 1, create educational content. Educate people for free. Let your educational content be everywhere. Let people know things that ordinarily they will not know about, and let it be that it is you who is making them know. Number 2, give them case studies. Let them see examples, a life example of what you are actually saying. It helps them relate with whatever it is that you are saying. Let me give you an example. One of the reasons why I delve into sales is because I bought a book one time. Okay, hold on. I think I have the book here. Okay, yes, here's the book. I bought this book, Tom Hopkins, How to Master the Art of Selling. And when I bought this book, I was reading it. This is about 6 years ago, yes. And I was studying it. At a point, I didn't really understand what the book was really saying, and I dropped the book. Then all of a sudden, someone called me. They started selling products to me online. And before you know anything, the money I didn't have, I invested it into this business, and I realized that it was a scam. And every of the methods they used in this place was actually found in this book. As a matter of fact, what they did to me helped me to understand the book better. And so that is one of the reasons why you, especially as a Nigerian or somebody who wants to do business globally, you need to understand the behavior of people who may want to scam you. And if you don't understand marketing, you will easily fall prey to such a situation. So create cases. What I just did now is I have created a case. I've indulged you with some of the reasons why I went into marketing. You may have been scammed before, or you don't want to be scammed. Is that okay? Now, this will help you to relate more with what we are saying when you talk about sales. So have case studies. Number 3, testimonials. Make testimonials available for people who have actually interacted with your brand or with your business. Then create helpful tips. Then you need to be consistent. Either rain or sun or hay or earthquake, be consistent at doing what you are doing. Don't be distracted, and don't allow time pass without getting in touch with the people that you are creating to be your audience. One of the things you need to know about that is that people buy from sellers who they trust. So you need to build trust, very importantly. If until now you have not yet subscribed to our channel, now is the best time to do it, especially if you are learning valuable lessons from what we are delivering to you. Hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification button so that anytime we post contents like this, you will receive notification and get valuable content. So lastly, now, after understanding everything that I have said, now is the time for you to now spend your money on advertisement. And you have different platforms that you can advertise on. You can do what we call Facebook ads or Meta ads that deals with both Facebook and Instagram. Is that okay? You can do Google ads, that has to do with Google search, that has to do with YouTube, and every channels that are under Google. You can also do influencers marketing by partnering with influencers, to promote your brand. You can do SEO, search engine optimization. This doesn't require much. It doesn't require spending. It's your ability to use and manipulate keywords, and so that when people search for such keywords or anything that is related to that, they will find you. And lastly, you can do content creation, social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and so on. These are the areas, or these are the avenues through which you can make your advertisement, and you can pay for this advertisement to make sure your advert reaches the specific people you are targeting. In conclusion, if you didn't learn anything today, I want you to take this home. Money doesn't fix bad marketing. Strategies does. So you need to be strategic. Before you increase your marketing budget, improve your foundation, your knowledge of what digital marketing is. When your strategy is solid, every dollar or every naira you spend works harder for your business. Every amount you spend works harder for your business. If you found all our content helpful to you, connect with Johntalks Media. We are committed to helping you improve your businesses. We are committed to making practical strategies available for you to grow in your business. Thank you for watching.